Welcome back to Pokemon Sterling Silver Hardcore Nuzlocke Challenge. My friends, time for Petrel. I think Petrel 1 is always something what I don't think is pretty hard. Frostless is really good, even with minus speed, by the way. This is amazing. Small update about the hideout. My Magnus zone was nearly really close to dying to the Togekiss. I was ready to sack that. I could also use Lunatone probably, but I was using Magnet Zone, just like throw it into Air Slash into Aura Sphere, and it survived. And then I could use one Shockwave and Revenge Kill with my Floatzel. So I was really scared to go hard Floatzel because of double crit. And yeah, that is a small update. Okay, so starting this fight. This fight is super simple. We have 48 with every Pokemon, and it is still super free. Super free, okay? Okay, also I am forced, or like I was forced to remove a move here. On my Primeape. And I will explain that, and maybe I will even show you why that is the case, okay? I think I will even show that. But yeah, we will start the fight. I think not even flexing or something like that. I never lost a Pokemon against Petrel 1. I think this fight is pretty decent to manage. You can abuse a lot of stuff here. Petrel 2 is way harder. Pidgeot dies to Ice Beam Frostless. And ooh, this is Absol, and now we go to Primeape, and that is the thing what I want to actually explain or show. I think I will just show you guys and not explaining that. So Night Slash is really likely to crit here either way, and I was forced to remove Night Days for Drain Punch because I want to keep Ice Punch, Reversal, and Close Combat. Will Drain Punch kill this Absol now? And this will always bait in Piragli now, because self-destruct is a damage overflow, and after the damage overflow it is always Piragli. This will always fake out here, I would guess. So we just go to Lunatone. And I think I will not explain that now, I will explain that after that, okay? So I will just do the fight again. We will Grass Knot the incoming Wailord. And this Wailord is forced to dive here always. That is really nice. So we Grass Knot the Wailord. This is a lot of damage. We could kill this because it is Quick Claw, of course. But yeah, we are not in danger. We just go to Jinx. This will just like be the same line. Water Absorb Jinx. Grass Knot Lagging Tail will always kill this Wailord now. And bait in the Magmortar. So I'm going pretty fast here right now because this fight is super free. Even with 48, everything is just 48. This fight is super free. Magmortar comes in. We go to Gyarados. And that wants always to use Flamethrower on me. So, 16 IVs Adamant Nature means Aqua Tail with Expert Belt always kills this Magmortar. Never fly on this Magmortar, otherwise your Gyarados will just die. No Guard is a really nice ability for the AI, but also sometimes for you as well. And this will bait in Tropius. That is a really rare case where you can just chain kill this both guys. And kill the Tropius. And now the Piragli last, I think I don't need to explain that Lunatone is just like super hard walling that. So we are just finishing this fight. And after that I will do a save state and just show you what I exactly mean. Of course that fight will not count anymore, because we have already finished this fight. But yeah, I think I want to actually show that, instead of just explaining. Moonlight. Okay. And this will die to recoil, so we just finish it with Ancient Power. Okay, fight is done, Petrel is done, so the next fight is the 12v12. I will do a save state now, because the fight is done. Official, the fight is done, and I want to show you guys something. Save state. Okay, now we just reload. And I think, if I remember that correct, I started the recording anyways when I saved, because I was pre-sleeping my mons. So we should be here as well, yeah. Okay. Yeah, same, everything is same. And now I will just show you something. And maybe this will help for some new people, or like for people who are actually struggling with Phase 2 Switch AI. I think this can help for sure. Because I think people are always trusting stuff like the calc, and what is completely fine. Because 99% probably, or maybe, yeah, like let's say 95 to 99% of the time you can actually trust the calc, because the calc is so good right now. But you need to keep some stuff in mind that is really important. Okay. This doesn't count, by the way, whatever happens here, because the fight is already done. So, we will Ice Beam, just saying it again so people realize that this fight is just for showing something. So, same stuff, we just killed this with Ice Beam. On the first time we got the crit, by the way, from this Absol, and with that you need to count. You need to count with a crit here. So we go to Primate. And now I will explain why I removed Night Days for Drain Punch. Okay, so after you kill this Absol, the AI will, like, it will go to Phase 2 Switch AI. And Phase 2 Switch AI is pretty simple explained. The AI will use Assist with the Mon what died, with Absol, and will calc with every move in the bag from every Pokemon, basically. Okay? And the highest damaging move is always Self-Destruct. Here, on my Primate. It will always calculate damage, not the base power, always the damage, okay? Self-Destruct is the highest damaging move. We used Drain Punch last time, and we saw it was not Wailord. Because Self-Destruct is a damage overflow. And damage overflow means if the damage is higher than 255, it will overflow and will only count the damage for Phase 2, what is over this 255, basically. I hope I'm explaining that kinda okay. Now we will use CC instead of Drain Punch. And that is really important to keep in mind for Phase 2, that drops matters. So usually this should not matter, because I'm getting a drop special defensive and defensive. But in this case it matters. Okay? So drops matters always. Defense drop, special defense drop always matters, usually. In this case it should not matter, but it matters because Wailord has Self-Destruct. And what that means is, I explained that, the damage was overflow. So AI was only calculating for the small amount of damage what was over 255. But because of the drop, after the overflow, Self-Destruct is still the highest damage over Perugly here. And that's why it is Wailord. And if you get a crit here, it is going for random move as well. So we are just finishing that pretty quickly, just to see what this would use here. I think it could go random move probably. I'm not sure. Yeah, it is going for dive, but I think if you get a crit already, it could be random move. It could be really, really risky for sure. So yeah, that was just for explaining that pretty quickly about Phase 2, especially if you get a drop. And yeah, it's in my opinion really important to keep that in mind. And that's why I was forced to remove the Night Days there, because the Reversal is a really good move. Ice Punch is a really good coverage move against random Altaria, Flygons, and etc. So I don't want to remove that. Night Days is obviously also a really nice coverage, but if I need it, I will just scale it back. That's it. Thank you for watching, my boys, and see you guys in the 12v12.